Marcus Freeman gets his signature win in year one as his head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. You would say luck of the Irish, but you go ahead and watch this game back. Luck had nothing to do with it. Final score was 35-14 over number 4 ranked Clemson in the college football playoff rankings. Notre Dame made a statement yesterday. And one of the questions we had coming into this game was Drew Pyne, are they going to be able to generate enough offense? Rather, can they score enough points? Well, to answer the question, yes is one. Two, they found a way to create points. Let me explain what I mean. Blocked a punt, their 6th block punt of the year. Special teams showing itself in an emphatic way. That's incredible. The pick 6, that was really the dagger to the game. And then they had another interception that set them up in the red zone. So that's 21 points right off the bat that Notre Dame found a way to get. The Fighting Irish, if they play this brand of football going forward, they got some other games in their schedule that mean a whole lot. They have a chance to go 9-3 in the regular season. Throw a bowl game in there, which they became bowl eligible yesterday. I'm just saying, 10 wins in the first year for Marcus Freeman sounds pretty good. We'll get to that in just a second. Quick note, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, we'd love to have you along for the ride. To all the Fighting Irish faithful that have already joined us, thank you. If you haven't yet, come join the party. We have a good time. Like I said, Drew Pyne, 85 passing yards. That's not really the story here. He still ran the offense well. They obviously moved the football enough to be victorious in the fashion that they were. Notre Dame knew it would be a street fight. I think both sides knew, hey, it's going to be a brawl. Wes Goodwin, defensive coordinator for Clemson, came out and said it during the week in a not very PC kind of way and just said, listen, they get the ball to Mayer. They're going to try to run the football. That's how this game is going to go. Notre Dame reared back and just threw haymakers. I mean, call a spade a spade. Clemson knew what the game plan was. Notre Dame ran for 265 yards. Both Estime and Diggs ran for over 100 yards. They just let those big boys up front eat, let your backs eat. Clemson, can you stop it? Turned out they couldn't. And that's going to get, I don't know if look past is the right word, but I want to make sure we don't look past that. Because there is a lot of guys on that Clemson front 7 that are going to play for an NFL team in the very near future. And Notre Dame made them look average. Nay, they made them look subpar. The way that they played football, the brand of football they played, the tough blue-collar edge that they had, I think that's an embodiment of what Marcus Freeman is bringing to this program, and I think that's something that we've known they had under the hood for a while now. On the flip side, it wasn't just the offensive line, it was the defensive trenches as well. They pushed Clemson to start. I mean, they forced them to get out of their rhythm, and it was 21-0, and Clemson had to start doing some things to try and come back from behind, which the offense isn't built to do anyway. But they held them to 90 yards rushing. If you had told me that on Friday, big money's going on the Fighting Irish. I mean, 265-90. That's all I need to know about this game. Notre Dame imposed their will on a front 7 and a program in Clemson that prides themselves on being tough. To put it simply, they bullied the neighborhood bully. So for Notre Dame, let's take a step back. Remember all the talk that was going on about Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame after that Marshall loss? A lot of people have said, oh, well, guess that didn't work, huh? Oh, well, too bad for Notre Dame. And they said, oh, well, too bad. You and I both know there was a little bit of smugness baked into that. I will just say this. We have not been right about a lot of things on this channel. We were right about Notre Dame. Because for Notre Dame, there is still so much talent in that locker room, in that program. Marcus Freeman, I believe, is made of the right stuff to be a really successful head coach. So in year one, what you saw against Marshall was the equivalent of looking at a batch of cookies in the oven after 5 minutes, saying, oh, cookies are no good, all mushy, sorry. What are you talking about? We're a few games into the season. How are you making a decisive call on this program already? That's not the case for Notre Dame. So like I mentioned, there's a lot to look forward to. There's clearly buy-in with Marcus Freeman from this program. There's a lot of exciting games left. And they have Navy, they have Boston College, and they have at USC. If they play the kind of football they played last night in South Bend, all those games are very winnable. On top of all of that, to look at this win in this perspective, you just laid the first building block if you're Marcus Freeman. Because call it what it is. you now have something that you can sell to your locker room week in and week out and say, guys, look what we did against a top 4 team in the country. We got the juice, y'all. We got to execute. We got to still do it between the white lines, but look at what you did. Look at what you're capable of. Why can't we do that every Saturday? Looking to the future, you take that and sell it to recruits. Say, you want to come play tough football? You want to get a first-class education? You want to compete against the best in the country? You want to go win against some of the best in the country? You can do that at Notre Dame. And Marcus Freeman, I know there's been a little bit of heat lost in the recruiting trail as of late, but I'm telling you, he's going to be able to recruit effectively in South Bend. He's going to be able to sell the vision. And what you saw last night is another building block, rather the first solid building block, tangibly to sell for that vision in the future. I'm JD Pickell. This has been The Hard Count. Nick Brake does the real heavy lifting. You can come help drive this whole operation by subscribing to the channel. We're live on Tuesday. We're live on Thursdays. Follow me on social media at JD Pickell on Twitter, at JD Pickell on Instagram. We have a good time there. Come mix it up. We're going to keep the party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.